You like how I did that so effortlessly? Yeah, okay.
That's actually true. I really can't ride a bike. I used to be able to perform it. Who here has seen Good Will Hunting? Yeah? Okay, cool. So you know that his stepfather used to inflict corporal punishment on Matt Damon's character. So he said he used to just put out a wrench, a stick, and a belt, and he'd just say, choose. I always chose the wrench because fuck him. That's why. And I wonder why Matt chose, or his character chose the wrench. Was he being bratty? Was it a message to his stepfather? You know what? It doesn't matter. He chose hard. He chose the wrench on purpose. And so it made me wonder, when was the last time I chose hard? Better yet, when was the last time you chose hard on purpose? Okay, can we admit something? We're kind of spoiled, rotten Americans, right? We've become complacent. We are pampered. All of these technology things make life easier. But does it? It does, but it's also made us, well, spoiled and rotten and complacent. A long time ago, we had to work. We were in the fields plowing and tilling, and get this, we lived in small towns where we had to walk everywhere. We weren't afraid of getting dirty and sweaty. But somewhere along the line, that shifted. We've lost that mental toughness. Fear has crept in and taken over. I see it all the time. People who want to launch that business or launch a new product, and they don't because they're scared. They're fearful. But are they fear of failure, or are they fearful of other people seeing them fail? We've become okay with mediocrity. I mean, we give out trophies to children just for showing up. Oh, don't get me started. But I wonder what it would look like if we chose to not give in to the pain, but adjust to the pain. Or what if we chose to get comfortable with being uncomfortable? And it got me thinking about the greats. And it's more that they didn't choose to quit. They actually sought out the obstacle and chased that down. A long time ago, Thomas Edison tried 10,000 ways to get a light bulb to work. Walt Disney was fired for, get this, lack of imagination. And Milton Hershey started 3 chocolate companies before the 4th one finally took off. And so what would it look like if they would have just quit and not chosen hard? I mean, what would life look like without the light bulb, without Disney, without chocolate? Right? And maybe you can't relate to these people. So let me tell you about Susan, a beautiful woman in her 40s, when I met her years ago. I asked her, what are your goals for fitness? And she said, well, I would love to be able to do a pull-up, but no way, no how, not ever. Yeah. Challenge accepted, right? So we worked and we trained and we sweated. And the day came and she stepped up to that pull-up bar. I could see the fear and doubt in her eyes, but she stepped into it anyway. And she jumped up, bam, pull-up. Within a couple of weeks, she could link several of them together. Now, she could have been perfectly happy with not ever being able to do a pull-up. I mean, lots of us can't. It's okay. But you see, Susan chose the wrench. She chose hard. She told me recently that has crossed over into her real life, in her marriage, in her career. And that made me so proud that I encouraged her to do that. And so I wonder, what is it in your life that you need to chase down? What difficult thing do you need to go after? I can almost guarantee you, and I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but people, it's going to require work, okay? It's going to require discipline and disappointment and failure. I mean, heaven forbid you crack a sweat and maybe even shed a tear, but do it. It is so worth it. Don't be afraid. Or you know what? Be afraid, but suck it up and step into it and do it. Choose hard. Choose the wrench. Oh, and by the way, how'd you like them apples?